Hey everyone, it's me, Dr. Whimsy, here in my offices, and this is being shot for Broke Aristocrats. And today I'm talking about emergency funds and just how much you need inside your emergency fund. Now, a lot of people who look at these frugal channels are watching a lot of Dave Ramsey tapes. And certainly, I came across Dave Ramsey when I started to pay off my credit card debt a couple years back when I was in credit card debt. And I started looking at the different frugal tapes. I looked at the Dave Ramsey stuff and I got some good ideas. There are a couple of areas where I'm different than Dave Ramsey. I just don't agree with Dave Ramsey on a few things. The thing that I've really been deciding for myself is this idea of an emergency fund. Dave Ramsey tells people to save $1,000 and then begin paying off their credit card debt. I think that's a great idea. You know, start with $1,000 or $500 and begin paying off your debt. Put that $1,000 into a savings account. But I don't think that people should stop there. I don't think people should just stop at $1,000 when they start paying off their credit card. If you are in a large city, if you are alone, single, and have nobody to rely on uh, in the event that something should happen to you, and you are somebody who doesn't have credit cards, I think you're asking for trouble. If you only have $1,000 in the bank and that you are and you're in an expensive city like LA and you've got nowhere to go and nowhere to turn if things fall apart, and oh, I chopped up my credit cards, that is you've really basically set yourself up for something that could potentially be disastrous. In a desperate attempt to get control over your life, you've basically abdicated control over your finance. You know, you've basically given some complete stranger, a radio personality, control over your finances, that and potentially put yourself in a dangerous situation. So I think we have to be in touch with reality about who we are, our personal situations, and understand that one size doesn't fit all. So I suggest to people, this is just me, I'm not a financial planner, but what has worked for me is that yes, you have an emergency fund of $1,000, but I strongly encourage people as they're paying off that credit card to continue to start right away building that emergency fund. If you are somebody who can't live with your parents, even if you could live with your parents, nobody knows what tomorrow will bring. I'm here in California, and hundreds of people have lost their homes in massive fires. People have died, people are missing. Your life can change on a dime. You could be in a horrible accident. And so I really don't agree with Dave Ramsey that people should stop at $1,000 and pay off their credit cards and don't. I just think that that's really a danger, setting you up for to be potentially in a very vulnerable situation. So what I've decided to do was to have an emergency fund of $1,000, begin slowly paying off your credit card, but a certain percentage of my pay always goes first to paying myself in an emergency fund. If you have, at the end of paying off your credit card, you may find yourself with 3 to 6 months of an emergency fund, which is great. I've Now, you may also get to the situation where I was, where the emergency fund becomes so large and the credit card debt is so small that you're able to take it and then in one chunk just pay the whole thing off. Um, I was also different than Dave Ramsey in the sense that I didn't chop up my credit cards because I don't believe in destroying my credit or having no credit. I think that that's a terrible idea as well. The only thing that happens when you have no credit rating is that you wind up in Dave Ramsey's network so that he can be the one to make a profit off of the next house you purchase, because nobody else is going to sell you a house. But he has preferred providers that will sell you a house. So that seems a little predatory to me. That people who follow the Dave Ramsey plan are then stuck only doing business with Dave Ramsey affiliates, and he gets a chunk of money from that. So we need to be as innocent as lambs, and but we need to be a little bit like wolves when it comes to business. Understand that usually people are selling something, and it's usually to their benefit. So that was my decision regarding an emergency fund. I start with 1,000, slowly pay off your credit cards, starting with the how I did it was I paid off the one that had the least amount of money on it, which also conveniently had the highest interest rate. That was how I did it, and I kept building that emergency fund. So personally, I would not advise people to just start with $1,000 and chop up credit cards, because I think potentially should something happen to you, if you are somebody who's single like I am and you're living in a large city where one room in a house is $850 a month, and I got a good deal. So if you're in a situation like I am in, don't stop at $1,000 a month. Keep building your emergency fund as you pay off your debt. All right, I hope sharing this helped my fellow broke aristocrats live the good life without breaking the bank, and tell me what you're doing to stay out of debt, live frugally, and take care of yourself. Thanks for watching. Bye.